Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to put your uh, race cars in high gear. Tonight on the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube, we have a driver who races two different race cars, driver Easton Williams. Welcome to the show, Easton.
Thank you.
So, Easton,
Yes.
how did you come about getting into a race car?
Well, my dad, my two brothers, and Pa all raced, and I watched them, and I decided to start racing just like them because I thought it would be fun.
Okay. So, when you started out, did you have some goals that you set in place to start your career out?
Um, yeah.
What did you want?
Okay.
I wanted to. I won the red rookie.
What did you want to accomplish?
Um,
Well, go fast.
I wanted to win and go fast, and yeah.
Okay. So did you achieve some of them goals?
Like tease?
Achieve.
No, did you
Yeah.
achieve? Did accomplish them? Okay.
Yeah.
So what goals did you accomplish?
Red rookie. I'm the rookie of the year, and I won the mudslinger, and I won the northern shootout, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. So for being the red rookie of the year, that's a huge accomplishment right there,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. And for winning the mudslinger, I don't know a lot about the mudslinger, just what you're telling me right now, but the mudslinger seems like it's a pretty big deal.
Uh-huh.
First.
It's
So
my
what makes
first dirt race.
okay, so what makes the mudslinger so big, Easton?
Well, it's a big USAC race in the dirt, and it was my first dirt race down there, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. So Easton, was it hard to learn how to drive your cage kart after you've been racing quarter midgets?
Yeah.
You don't race it. You're asking us about your dirt car.
Are you talking about my dirt car?
Yeah. Was it hard to learn how to drive your dirt car over your quarter midget?
Well, yeah, because in the dirt, like in the corners, you like drift, and we tried to not spin out all the time. So yeah,
So, have you won a lot of races in your dirt car?
a lot. Yeah,
Okay, all righty.
Not seconds.
I got a
So,
lot of seconds.
okay. So, what was it like, Easton, to race the Western Grands of Canada?
Well, it was really fun, and I raced against the bigger kids as well and the faster kids, and I tried to keep up with them, but they kept. So I tried to follow their line, and yeah, I got faster and faster and better like them.
So, I got a question, Easton. When you were up there racing the Western Grands in Canada, what did you think about their language? Was it kind of different seeing how they talk about things?
Yeah.
Do they talk
Yeah.
funny?
Well, they talk a little funny, a little. It's not. We're not trying to be rude, but it's just funny.
No, yeah. So, what was it? What was that feeling like when you won the lower main and then the main at the Western Grands?
Then you get you just got participation. You won your heat.
I won my heat, and they were like serving like these like hockey things, like with the like autographs on the back and stuff, and it said like, "Good job racing. You won your heat 2023 heat," and it has like a name saying, and it has a quarter midget on the front and metal on the back, so we can just read the thing, and I still have it. It's in my playroom.
Very cool, very cool. So, are you going to race the Western? Are you going to race quarter midgets coming up this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to race the Western Grands this year also?
Yes, and I'm racing 3 cars because we had 3 cars in the concrete, but we gave the trailer to a spot that we could do it before we're done with dirt racing, and then we go back to asphalt.
And we'll race
Okay.
And I'm gonna race 3 cars in the Grands.
So, what 3 cars are you going to race in the Grands, Easton?
Junior 100, Junior Animal, and Junior 160.
Okay, okay. So, have you been out testing in all 3 of those cars yet?
I've raced them a lot, and I've been practicing there before the race.
So, what is your favorite class that you race in your quarter midgets?
They're all pretty good, but my top one is the fastest car is what the Junior 160 is.
Okay, okay. All right. So, your dirt car. So, what races are you going to race in your dirt car this year?
I race Outlaw and Open.
Okay, okay. Um, how do you at the end of the season, how do you thank your sponsors at the end of the season?
Well, they sponsor me a lot, and we do videos to do thank you. And one of them, it was their birthday, and we celebrated it by like saying happy birthday, and yeah.
Okay. So, are you actively seeking sponsors for this year?
Yes, always, all the time.
Okay. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, so get a hold of Easton Williams. He's actively looking for sponsors this year for the 2024 season.
Mm.
So, what other big races have you won, Easton, in your career?
What's up?
I think that's it.
Okay.
I got 4th in 2 classes and 4th in points.
Okay. So, are you actively looking at improving your points finish this year?
Look at me. Watch him.
I don't really know what that means, but I guess yes.
Okay, that means are you gonna improve on your performance from last year, Easton?
Oh yeah.
As far as
yeah.
fourth, yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there anybody else you would like to thank for helping you?
Pa, Pa and my pit crew and my dad and my 2 brothers and my mom the videos all the time.
Okay. What is your favorite part about being a race car driver, Easton?
That usually when I'm watching the bigger kids, I try to remember, and sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't, and sometimes I get faster. Sometimes.
So, with your racing, Easton, what have you learned out of your racing career thus far?
To run the line, and you get faster, and you get better, and you can catch up to the bigger kids, and consistency.
Okay. Okay. All righty. So, Easton, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the mic over to you. You can ask me a few questions if you'd like at this point.
Have you ever raced?
I never have. I have been a racing fan for 30 years.
Who are you a fan of, and where have you been a fan?
I'll tell you what. I have NASCAR wise. I have fan of Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, Rusty Wallace, Kenny Wallace, and Mike Wallace, and then also I've also been a fan of Kenny Strader's. But then also on the other side, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Sr. But IndyCar wise, so IndyCar wise, Easton, I was a big fan of Dan Weldon's back in the day. Weldon could do things in an IndyCar that were just crazy what he could get accomplished in an IndyCar. Yeah. So yeah. Also, I love. I've been to quite a few dirt races in my time. I've been to some World of Outlaw sprint car races. Just to name a few, Easton, I've been to the Knoxville Nationals 2 years in a row.
Cool.
I was at the Jackson. I was at the Jackson Motorplex Egg Cone Jackson Nationals for World of Outlaws, but I've also been to a lot of IMCA stuff too.
We went to the World of Outlaws down at the dirt,
Okay.
the stage.
Who's
Skagit as
who,
well.
who's your
And
favorite outlaw driver, Easton?
like in any place. My
Yeah,
friend
who's your favorite sprint car driver?
Ooh, do you know any?
Jay Disno.
Yeah.
So Jay Disno,
Yeah.
his grandpa, he's really good.
Okay.
But he's an asphalt sprint car driver.
Well, yeah, he's an asphalt sprint car driver, but they don't drift. They slow really slow in the corners. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but it's just weird.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Indianapolis at all, Easton?
No.
I'll tell you what, that's one thing you've got to put on your bucket list there, my friend. You gotta get to Indianapolis and check that out.
Mhm.
That track, Easton, is world's largest sporting event. Do you know why?
No.
Because the people that come watch you race, Easton, at Indianapolis, you race an Indy
Uh,
car. Okay, if you ever get to an Indy car, Easton, there's over 500,000 people that come to watch you race in an Indy car.
well, yeah,
That would be fun.
that'd be really fun.
And do you know how fast your Indy cars go, Easton?
Uh, 200 miles per hour.
240 miles an hour. Yeah. And Easton, if you win the Indy 500, do you know what happens when you win that race?
I'm not saying that.
Okay, you don't know.
Do you know
I
what
don't
happens if you win that race? Okay.
know.
You win that, Easton, you win that race, you get a check all to yourself for $3.5 million. That's a lot of money,
That's a
isn't
lot
it?
of money.
Yeah. And then on top of that, Easton, whatever the pace car is, Chevy sponsors the Indy 500, so you could win a brand new Corvette out of the deal too.
Yeah. Then I can buy a new motor to get faster like Ryan Cannon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah,
$2,000.
oh yeah. But yeah, Easton, definitely. Yeah, you ever get into a sprint car or something like that, you need to come out here to the Midwest and race.
Yeah, that does sound fun.
Yeah, out here where I'm at, Easton, we have about 60 plus dirt tracks out here.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions for me, Easton?
Um, where do you watch those people that you're a fan of?
Oh, there's a lot of places. Like I
Do you
said,
watch it
Knoxville
on TV any time?
TV, yep, TV, but also go to the races in person. Um, there's like I said, there's Knoxville, Iowa, the Knoxville Nationals, Jackson Motorplex, but I've also been to for IMCA stuff. I've been to Clay County Speedway, which is in Spencer, Iowa, Fairmont Raceway in Fairmont, Minnesota. I've been to Britt, Iowa, and I've been to Boone. Boone has a really huge dirt track race, Easton, that's really
Cool.
crazy. I'll share that story with you in a second. But then I've also been to Algona, and go-kart wise, I've been to Plusus Motor Speedway. Plusus, they have a dirt go-kart track there, which is quite interesting to watch. But the biggest dirt track race I've been to, Easton, it's called Boone, Iowa, IMCA Casey's General Store Super Nationals. And the reason why it's so big, Easton, is it's 7 days of racing nonstop on one track.
Wow. Well, where I watch the bigger people, I watch them down at Evergreen Speedway
Okay.
near
And
Monroe.
Easton, yeah. And Easton at Boone, they have 5 to 6 classes of cars. And for the 7 days of racing, they have 1,000 to 2,000 race cars for 7 days.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I would just ask for their autographs.
yeah. There is a kid, Easton, that I'll definitely give your mom and dad the information to get in contact with him on. And I'll tell you what, he would be somebody for you to talk to and look up to, because this kid out here started out with much like you're doing right now. And at age 12, his daddy put him behind the wheel of a full-fledged dirt stock car. And he went out, his sixth night out, he went out and beat 28 to 29 adults and brought home $900 as a 12-year-old.
Wow. That's a
But
lot
now,
of money.
but now, fast forward a little bit, Easton. When he turned 16, he went to the not Brit, but Bristol Dirt Nationals for IMCA, and he went down there and won that and brought home $50,000 as a 16-year-old.
That's way more. That's a lot.
And he's won the Boone Super Nationals 2 years in a row. So definitely, yeah, definitely for you to look up to there, my friend.
Is it in $1 bills, $20 bills, $5 bills, or in $100 bills?
I don't know how that gets paid out. I wish I did, bud. I wish I did, but yeah, it's you get paid a lot of money. A lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So what's your weather like out there, Easton, right now?
Um.
Look at me, talk to me. That's what the weather is.
What's the weather down there?
No, he asked you.
Oh, sometimes it's
What is it doing right now?
snow, and I haven't had school in 2 days because the pipes have burst and it's been really snowy and icy, and we decided to have fun inside. And sometimes I go out and go sledding, even though my dad says there's not enough snow.
Yeah. Yeah, we get a lot of snow out here too, Easton. Blowing and drifting snow on top of that too. So yeah. But yeah, Easton, I'd like to thank you for being on our racing show tonight, talking to us about your racing career. Um, yeah, definitely. When we get ready when we're working on the April calendar, I will call and thank you in person. But as soon as we get done talking here on camera, I would like to have you back on with me in April sometime to kind of give us a preview, okay?
Okay.
All righty. But Easton, thank you very much for being on our show tonight again. Do you have a racing page that the racing fans can follow you on?
Easton Williams Racing Facebook page.
So, ladies and gentlemen, go hit up Easton Williams Racing on Facebook, because Mr. Easton Williams here would
Thank you.
totally enjoy some new fans over in his direction. So, Easton, thank you very much. I will call you in a few minutes to thank you in person. I will have you step out. I'm going to give a little racing news update, but I will call you in a few minutes to thank you in person, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
What?
That was Easton Williams from the state of Washington there, ladies and gentlemen. But racing news wise, I'll tell you right now, Kaz Graglia is going to drive for Rick Ware Racing this year. So definitely go follow Kaz Graglia in his NASCAR adventures. Also, some other racing news wise, Eddie Krawick is not going to be driving for Vance and Hines Racing this year on the Pro Stock motorcycle. So definitely they have a new driver taking over that seat. So Eddie Krawick is going to be crew chief / team consultant on that deal. So, and then like I talked about yesterday on the show, Austin Prock is going to take over driving duties for Robert Height in the John Force AAA Racing funny car, because Robert Height is stepping out of the seat to deal with some medical issues. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. catch you later on another episode of the Josh Nolan and Oliver Shultz Throttle Racing Show #1 on YouTube. But to thank the sponsors, that's what we're going to do before we officially close out. Would like to thank Dirt Track Race Cars and Company, dirttrackracecars.com for all your racing, or hit them up for all your racing podcast needs. They sell 164 scale sprint cars, 124 scale classic stock cars, and model kits. Also, ladies and gentlemen, so go hit up Dirt Track Race Cars and Company, dirttrackracecars.com. Also, I'd like to thank Brody Manning Motorsports for being a part of this racing show. Brody Manning, he drives pavement late models, but he's also in a band called Guilty as Charged. So go check out his motorsports page out of Brody Manning Motorsports and his band page out, Guilty as Charged also. But then also, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank New England Hemophilians Association / Walking with Wayland page. So you want to go follow somebody on Facebook, go follow Wayland page, Walking with Wayland, because he's does some pretty awesome adventures. But if you would like to be on our racing show or sponsor our racing show, feel free to email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com, or you can call or text us at 712-209-7138. So with that being said, have a good night, everybody.